My name's Emma, a single mom living in Willow Creek, a cozy suburban neighborhood where everyone knows the rules. I work long hours, juggle school runs, and cherish the small victories like my reserved parking spot right outside my townhouse. It's not just a spot, it's my lifeline after exhausting days. Most neighbors respect the system, but then Karen moved in. Loud, entitled, and oblivious, she acted like the HOA rules didn't apply to her. I tried being nice, but Karen's smug grin when she stole my spot sparked something in me. This wasn't just about parking, it was about respect. It started innocently enough. One evening I came home late, arms full of groceries, only to find Karen's shiny Lexus SUV in my reserved spot. The sign was clear. Reserved for Unit 12, that's me. I knocked on her door, politely explaining the mix-up. Karen, in her designer tracksuit, barely looked up from her phone. "Oh, relax, it's just a spot." She scoffed, "Park somewhere else." I bit my tongue and trudged 3 blocks with my bags fuming. The next day I left a friendly note on her windshield reminding her of the rules. She crumpled it and tossed it on my lawn. This went on for weeks. Karen parked in my spot at least twice a week, each time with a new excuse. "I have guests," or "It's just for an hour." The HOA sent her warnings, but she ignored them, claiming her lawyer friend said the rules were unenforceable. Neighbors started whispering, "Old Mr. Jenkins said Karen had yelled at him for watering his roses too close to her driveway." She was a one-woman wrecking ball, and my patience was wearing thin. The final straw came on a rainy Friday. I'd just picked up my daughter Lily from soccer practice, and we were soaked. Karen's Lexus was in my spot again. I parked far away, and as we slogged through the downpour, Lily slipped and scraped her knee. Karen watched from her window sipping wine, not even offering help. That night I realized this wasn't just petty, it was personal. Karen didn't just take my spot, she took my dignity. I'm not a vengeful person, but Karen pushed me too far. I needed something clever, legal, and satisfying. Inspiration struck when I remembered a prank my brother pulled in college, a fake tow notice. It was perfect enough to scare Karen without breaking any rules. I spent an hour designing a realistic-looking notice on my laptop, complete with official-sounding jargon: violation, unauthorized parking in reserved space vehicle subject to immediate towing by Willow Creek Towing Authority. I even added a fake phone number that led to a disconnected line. The next morning, Karen's Lexus was in my spot again. Heart pounding, I slipped the notice under her windshield wiper, making sure it looked legit with a bright red final warning stamp. Then I waited, peeking through my blinds like a suburban spy. Around noon, Karen stormed out, clutching the notice. Her face was priceless, pure panic. She dialed the fake number, pacing and yelling into her phone. "This is outrageous. You can't tow my car." Neighbors started gathering, drawn by the commotion. Mr. Jenkins leaned on his cane, smirking. Then came the shocker in her frenzy. Karen started ranting to Mrs. Lopez, who was watering her geraniums nearby. "I've been parking here on purpose," she shouted. "That single mom thinks she owns this spot just because she's got a kid. I'm teaching her a lesson." My jaw dropped. Karen wasn't just careless. She was targeting me deliberately. The crowd gasped, and Mrs. Lopez, usually soft-spoken, snapped, "That's low even for you." Karen's face turned beet red as she realized she'd exposed herself. I couldn't resist. I stepped outside holding a coffee mug and called out, "Karen, maybe check the HOA rules next time." The neighbors chuckled, and Karen scrambled into her car, peeling out of my spot. The fake notice had worked better than I dreamed. It didn't just scare her. It unraveled her facade. Karen never parked in my spot again. The neighborhood buzzed for days, and her outburst became local legend. She tried to save face, claiming she was joking, but the damage was done. The HOA fined her for repeated violations, and her lawyer friend mysteriously never showed up. Karen started keeping her curtains drawn, avoiding eye contact at the mailbox. For me, it wasn't just about winning. The ordeal reminded me of the quiet strength in our community. Mr. Jenkins brought Lily a bandage for her knee, and Mrs. Lopez baked us her famous tamales as a thank you for standing up to Karen. I realized that honor isn't about revenge. It's about standing up for what's right, even in small ways. A week later, I found a new sign on my parking spot, hand-painted by Lily and her friends. "Emma's spot, respect the rules." I laughed, knowing Karen would see it every day. Sometimes kindness and a little creativity are the best revenge. As for Karen, she's still here, but she's learned to park in her own driveway. The end.